Streeterville is a neighborhood in Chicago's near North Side neighborhood, which is near the Gold Coast neighborhood. It is home to Navy Pier, the #1 tourist attraction in the city, and the John Hancock Tower, whose name was officially changed to 875 North Michigan Avenue in 2018, and is referred to as such by nobody. It's a prestigious place to live because it's so close to the lakefront. But what a lot of the prestigious people that live in Streeterville may not know is that the neighborhood is named after a con artist who did time in prison. Before the Great Chicago Fire, land east of Michigan Avenue didn't exist. That's why Michigan Avenue is called Michigan Avenue. It was originally on Lake Michigan. But then the Great Chicago Fire happened in 1871. Building contractors used Lake Michigan as the dumping grounds for all the rubble removed in order to rebuild the city, thus forming new land on the shore of Lake Michigan. Legend has it that a guy named George Wellington Streeter drove his steamboat onto a sandbar on the north side of Chicago. Streeter claimed this new land his. He invited building contractors to dump their rubble where his boat sat, which expanded the size of the land considerably. And of course, Streeter began selling deeds to this land. The only problem is that the legitimate owner of the land was N.K. Fairbank, who has a street named after him in Streeterville. Legal disputes over the land would continue until Streeter's death in 1921. That's the legend. The reality is that Streeter was a con artist and spent time in prison for manslaughter. Nevertheless, the neighborhood is still named after him, and they even have a statue of him on Grand Avenue in McClurg Court. So if you ever hear any rich assholes bragging about how they live in Streeterville, make sure to remind them that they're living on a pile of garbage named after a criminal.
That's my third monocle this week. I simply must stop being so horrified.